Hi, it's Eddie from the author of Directions to the Dumpster and soon Directions to Mercy Street. I wrote and read a speech as I was humbled by the nomination to serve on the Continuum Care Board as a lived experience seat. And I wrote a speech and I read it, and I didn't read it in the time I'd like to. They give you a certain amount of time, and I timed my speech, and I was like 3 minutes, and it was 2, so I apologize for that, but I also read very fast, and, to get it in. But I wanted to read it the way I would like to read it, and I know this takes a long time, so I'm sorry. But, and for anyone on the board that would like to, because, you should read Directions to the Dumpster, and I could email you a free copy, and anyone out there who needs a copy, I would be happy to just send you an email for free. It's not about money, and it's about this issue, and that's it. To the Continuum Care Board. Let me just say also that this was a very difficult speech to have to read, and it requires a lot of courage, and in front of people like that, I'm sure you can understand. Thank you for your time. I am honored by the nomination. I'm a humble and selfless person, grateful every day to be a part of the human experience. If I am honored with your confidence to serve, I will humbly provide and share the wisdom I am grateful to have gained. I had lost home. I did not hurt anyone. I was kind, merciful, and helpful to all. I gave back to my community. I was directed to a dumpster. I kept trying to find home again, but it remained an elusive mirage. I remained in the light. Continued to be merciful, humbled by giving, without prejudice or even suspicion. The priceless reward as an anonymous receiver of divine wisdom, known only between me and our Creator. In my 7 years of experience, surviving on the streets without shelter, I was humbled to kneel. Somebody up there was watching. I never stopped trying. I had to fight for my life. I did not back down. The scars on my face, a testament to my perseverance. The emotional pain and sorrow cannot be seen. I write to unload the baggage I've gathered. I published a literary work. My situation did not improve. An important book addressing this socially significant issue, ignored. The rarely gathered intel from the subject matter of countless newspaper articles regarding the issue. Piece after piece, I read, with comments from everyone except the people surviving on the street. I said, what? But they are the subject matter. And wait, I wrote a book about it. Check your emails, always individualized to avoid spam. Thousands of press releases written that way. I am certain the newsrooms joke about Directions to the Dumpster. Shame on them. And the responsibility to provide each side a fair share of the story, especially when they are the subject matter of the piece or article. Same people who create the environment of impossible coexistence, encouraging racism because it sells, ignoring the truth and covering up class discrimination, the real culprit. Certainly a voice against all odds, providing an informative book for everyone to read, should be promoted. I'm sorry, but I have a problem. I dream like Don Quixote. My delusions of global grandeur can be justified by the miracle of my existence. I was merciful, and I was shown mercy without requiring conditions. Tested and true courage that followed a heart. My literary work had directed me to mercy from the darkest, deepest depths of despair. For recovery and on their own terms, but this does not mean that I'm content. I will not blah 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 anymore. My life is literally an open book. I'm resolved to reach my goal, a home for everybody, and for anyone who is involved with facilitating human beings surviving on the street. If I'm elected, you might want to start a career in another industry. Actually, I would suggest voting for me to keep your enemies close. I will always practice diplomacy, but know this. I want to end homelessness and make your industry obsolete. Through mercy and love, we can welcome anyone, anytime, with open arms, without imposing will of any kind. We all know it's self-evident to us. We entered this thing the same exact way. No handbook, and nobody received any divine intel. With no right to claim and impose will, they will begin recovery from the street on their terms, The most important element is love and support. Finding home begins with mercy. I will propose a solution to end homelessness, a self-sustaining, loving environment, a place for people who want all the necessary directions home. Thank you. And I did not receive any questions or follow-up to that, to the speech and to the proposal. I instead started to chat, particulars, like a leadership council of homeless people, or people who are surviving unsheltered and want directions home. And nobody. What it tells me is, unfortunately, that because what I'm doing here is asking them a question, and anyone involved with the board: do you want to end homelessness, or do you want to facilitate it? With all due respect to the many excellent nominees, I have to say that there was. I could bring more to the table than anyone that was there, and it's a shame. Thank you, and I appreciate all support everyone's giving me with the book, and it's a fantastic story and a great book, and thank you to the Bohemian once again, and Charlie Swanson. It's a great piece, and love one another. Each day when I coached, I would tell the kids, tomorrow noon, we're done thinking about it. So we think about it until then, and we think about it a lot. And we what we do is we have to try to find a new approach, and we use the wisdom that we gained yesterday. And today we have a new, also loving approach to solutions to, because that's all there are, to issues or challenges. And we can reach our goal, and I have an inspiring dream, and in the name of Don Quixote, we'll continue to pursue and thank you. Love one another. It's very long, and it's not stopping. It's stopping.